Hello, welcome back to the Last Shot podcast with me, All Things Wrestling, and Stefan.
What's up, everyone?
Hello, welcome. How are you doing today, Stefan?
I'm doing pretty bad. Actually, pretty good. How are you?
I'm not bad. We do apologise. Ben could not make it today because he's either still at work at this point or has got something else to do today. Because when I left work, he was still working. So
so today you're getting an original group, right? Me and Tom.
Yeah, we just got me and Stefan. We should hopefully have Ben back next week because you all seem to really like the three of us doing it.
What?
Us doing the podcast. There was a lot of good reception to us doing it for three of us, which I like.
I don't know. I think it was, in my opinion, it was great. You know, more opinions. It's great.
Exactly. Ben's a very open and opinionated person, which really does help on a podcast.
And he agrees a lot with me, which I kind of like. You know. So.
Yeah. Shout out to Ben. We do apologise. You couldn't be here, but you should be here next week, hopefully, if I can bribe him into getting back on. But let's just get straight on to this. Because you missed it on last week's podcast, we're going to talk about last week's SmackDown viewership that came in, I believe, Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this week. It was 890,000 viewers on Fox Sports 1, which is abysmal.
I don't want any excuses, FS1. I don't care. You could have fixed the channel. You knew SmackDown was on Fox 1 on FS1. Hey, who the fuck cares? The product was bad. Let's agree on that, dude.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
So, if we really cared about that, if people really cared, they could have switched the channel. So, yeah. I don't want any excuses for that, you know. But the ratings did go back up this week. But this week was one of the best SmackDowns, we had in years. I mean, there were some pretty good, but last week was just horrendous, dude.
Yeah, it was. Last week was awful. This week, Raw was awful. But let's talk about Raw's ratings. It surprisingly dropped. 2.1 million. I'm not surprised because it was absolutely dog shite from the start.
I'm not surprised.
I mean, the third hour picked up. By the end of the show, it was, But literally, me and I had half of my audience leave because Raw was that bad. Half the people that normally watch me went, "Fuck this! I'm going to bed. This is shit."
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. When I have two displays, and on one I'm playing a game, and on second I'm watching your stream, whatever. Yeah. So, dude. I swear to God, I was playing Rainbow Six Siege, okay, on Monday. And I was watching your stream, and I was watching your chat. Dude, there was nobody, only few people, dude. And I'm watching like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm surprised it was that horrible. And I didn't watch, I'm gonna be honest, dude. It's more interesting to sit down and just watch basically your live stream for no reason than to watch the show. I mean, it's more entertaining. What can I tell you, dude? I know it's stupid, but dude, at this point, anything is better than Raw. I'd rather watch 1 hour of great quality matches than watch Monday Night Raw.
I would rather suffer Tony Bomboni again than watch Raw.
Yeah.
God, I hope Supercharging doesn't hear that because he'll start sending me more links to Tony Bomboni videos. But yes, Raw was awful. I gave it a 3 out of 10. What did you think?
Can I give 0? Can I give 0? No, I can't. So I'm gonna give 1.
Yeah,
no,
I'd say
I'm gonna give 2.
Okay. I mean, you can. I don't think you can overall rate a show 0. You can rate a match 0, but I don't think you could really do a show. Yeah, it was awful. But let's move on to some decent products. AEW versus NXT. Both had competition from Game 7 of the World Series, so both drew lower than last week. But
exactly, and it was expected.
yeah,
This is a reasonable excuse for ratings down. It's not like for Raw when ratings are down and you have like some excuse. This is a reasonable excuse for ratings drop because everyone was watching World Series. So
exactly. And it's like Wednesday. It's not really a night that people penciled in for wrestling originally. It's not like NXT's been doing this for the last 20 years. It's a new day where people have been watching wrestling.
yeah, I mean NXT was great. NXT was awesome. As AEW, the Wednesday, it's the best day for wrestling. But dude, you just can't watch two shows at the same time. There is no way.
No, I tried it. It does not work.
I warned you. I warned you. You're gonna go crazy if you watch 2 hours of both shows.
Yeah. AEW won, surprisingly. 759,000 viewers. To NXT's 580,000. But on one good note, both of them are up in the categories of the male 18 to 49-year-old. So they had more of the adult males watching this week than they did last week, which is a good thing because you want a hardcore fan base of adult males to start, don't you? They're kind of what you should be targeting.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, the ratings will be for AEW. I think the ratings will be around 900,000 or something like that, and we're gonna have NXT around 750, something like that. I think those are the realistic ratings we will be getting. In the future, in the coming weeks.
Yeah, I think so. Once the World Series kind of finishes and they go back to their regular, just them on with the big TV shows, I think they'll just rise up a bit.
I'm going to make a bold prediction, not for this week because WWE superstars are in the UK. Yeah, in England, in your country. But I predict one thing, not this week, but next week. There will be a huge ratings increase for NXT because SmackDown will invade NXT.
I'm expecting that to happen.
Yeah,
Definitely,
and it will be the first.
To happen.
It will be the first time NXT will beat AEW ratings.
I don't know if they could beat them. I mean, I'm kind of wanting AEW to win out this war. But that's just because I want a new, fresh product.
What war exactly? I mean, I don't give a shit about the war. I'm just saying this because I have to say the ratings, and obviously ratings matter in the war. Like you say, who had more ratings than. But when it comes to shows, both had great shows. AEW, NXT, they had perfect shows in my opinion.
Yeah,
NXT was lacking, for the past few weeks, but last week they picked up, and this week they continued. So,
yeah. I mean, I do like the product NXT is putting out, kind of. But we'll talk more about that because I've got some points that Eric Bischoff put on about AEW and NXT. Let's just get SmackDown out of the way, then we'll talk more about this situation. SmackDown was up at 2.5 million, which is up from the other week's 2.4. So SmackDown's back on top.
2.5. Pretty good.
I think this is the viewership we're going to get. I think we're going to get SmackDown around about the 2.5 million mark.
I think 2.2. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I mean, if you book Corbin against Roman Reigns, you're not gonna get 2.5. I'm sorry.
Oh fuck no.
But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, I'm surprised it got that much viewership because I am surprised people came and tuned into the show, not realizing most of the superstars are not there.
I'm not surprised because there is that excitement when WWE is put in the corner and they have some problem, like some issue like that. They can book a pretty damn good show.
And yes, everyone was wondering. We'll confirm this now. Vince McMahon wrote the show that we watched on Friday. He wrote all the segments, minus the first one with Brock Lesnar, because that was, I believe, Paul Heyman wrote that one.
Yeah.
But
I just want to point out one thing. Sorry. I'll say later. Say what you want.
yeah, Adam Cole winning clean to Daniel Bryan, Vince McMahon's decision.
Yeah, okay. So that's something I want to point out. A few weeks ago, actually a month ago, there was a rumor that Vince wants Cole to beat Gargano, Ciampa, and Balor. You thought that was a joke? I'm speaking to everyone. Like, you thought that was a joke? You think Vince was joking? Vince is damn serious. This will be... Get used to this, because this guy is going to be a future of the company in 2 years. Okay? So if you're not going to pick a random superstar and have that guy main event SmackDown and beat 5-time world champion, okay? If you're not high on him. So,
No.
let's just face it. And I'm sorry to say this. Dude, I think we can both agree on this. Cole ain't dropping a title anytime soon, dude.
No, he's definitely not. It would have been cool to see Daniel Bryan win and go to NXT, though. That would have massively boosted up your ratings.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not... I don't think he'll be dropping the title to Trump or Balor, dude. I really don't think so. I think he'll drop the title at WrestleMania weekend. Until then, I don't think he'll be dropping the title. Or maybe he... I don't know, dude. But as of now, hey, it was fine. Only thing about Cole that I'm concerned, and I know you too, is because of Vince and everything. Only thing I'm afraid is Undisputed Era breaking up and Cole basically burying the Undisputed Era. That's my only fear.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's continue with SmackDown. I don't wanna talk about Cole right now but it is a real deal, you know. It is a real thing that Vince approved. You just, like I said, you want book a random superstar in the main event of your show for the first time ever defending a title and retaining over someone like Daniel Bryan.
No.
Okay, what else do you have for SmackDown?
Well, I think we should say it was a good SmackDown.
It was.
I mean, I'm pissed off that Miz couldn't do the Bray Wyatt interview. Because that was actually one of the most things I was looking forward to.
Yeah, I actually expected for Velvet and Dream to interrupt the Miz, not Ciampa, but Ciampa is great also. So
yeah, that was a nice moment. Shayna Baszler got straight to the point, beat the hell out of the women's champion. I like that. And Bianca Belair stopped us having a Dana Brooke match, so I'm more than thankful to Bianca Belair.
Exactly. I gotta point out one thing. Another thing is, for Miz, this guy, oh my god, Miz's offense is horrible. The guy can't even puncture. I mean, his punches look so fake. I mean, everything moves, neck breaker, everything, dude. I didn't like the match with. I mean, Ciampa, Miz match was pretty solid, but it was nothing great. And I just have fear when Vince sees something like that, then Vince can just say, "Oh, follow this guy from NXT, whatever." You know? That's my only fear. Like,
yeah,
because
definitely see.
You know Vince, how Vince is it? How Vince is, you know, it's Vince McMahon, goddamn. But man, Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, I love that. I just feel bad for Sami Zayn that he is buried out of everyone.
Yeah, anyway, let's move on. Good SmackDown. I gave it 5.5.
Okay, we were actually rating the shows from 1 to 10, dude. So.
Yeah, I always do half marks for shows.
Always. Let's go back to the 30-hour podcast. Okay, I'm gonna give I don't know, dude, 8 out of 10.
Fair enough. But yeah, let's move on. This Eric Bischoff interview kind of highlighted what we've been trying to point out to NXT. He was comparing AEW to NXT and said the audience to me makes AEW so much better than NXT. There's nothing wrong with the NXT show. The action's great, the character's great, But when you put a live event inside a small, confined studio, kind of like TNA, I don't get how great the action is in ring. It just doesn't have a big event feel to it.
Exactly.
He hit the nail on NXT's problem right there.
We said it over and over again. Before him, we said the same thing.
But the fact people working in the business realise the problem as well.
Yeah. And I'll say that over and over again. You can have NXT on the road, put 205 Live in Full Sail. I think that will be a great place for 205 Live. Why not? Why not?
But
you have Tuesdays off. You don't have shows on Tuesdays.
I mean, look how good the Cole match looked because it was in proper big arena with lighting. It had a big ass feel to that match.
And he felt like a real star.
Yeah, but you can't feel like a real star if you look like you're in a church basement.
Exactly. I said this over and over again. They're put in a position right now where whatever they do, they're basically going to fail. If they go on the road, there is no way they're going to sell out everything. If they stay, the crowd is going to be the same. It's just over and over again, same shit. So,
but they just need to look for a slightly bigger arena that actually, like, the production values on NXT are what you'd expect from TNA.
Yeah.
It generally does just look like a budget production.
Yeah. Maybe around 1,000, 2,000 people building, but every week it's different. It looks different.
Exactly. Or just brighten the hell up on the freaking Full Sail arena. Put a few freaking lights in.
It's really. I think the stage that they had before they went live was better than this shit.
Look, that did look better, but the thing is, you need to lighten that arena up. If you're going to stay there, you need to put a few lights in to make it look bright. It's just too dark.
It's yellow. I mean, dude, it is. Like, you only have like a yellow and black color there. So, when you watch...
The arena's only lit by about 5 different lights.
It's horrible. That's the reason why.
You need lights everywhere.
Dude, someone is gonna call out that we were racist for saying that. I don't know why, but someone will say that. Like, so, for people, I don't know, people, what you're thinking, but man, some people are just fucking crazy when they hear something. But no, seriously, lights are crazy, dude. So, I don't like that. But man, they seriously need to change something very fast.
They definitely need to change something. Okay, let's move on. Crown Jewel happened. And we have Dave Meltzer's star ratings, which came out literally the next day. I've never seen him release star ratings this quickly before.
How many dislikes do we have? 5, 10? Come on, people.
What,
it's
star
your time to dislike right now. No, I'm saying it's right now time for everyone to dislike the video because, hey, I'm counting how many dislikes we're gonna have.
I'm gonna say 7.
I'm gonna say 6.
Thank you all for clicking on this video for Dave Meltzer's name, but let's discuss them.
Thank you for disliking because you still count as a view to them.
Yeah. Anyway, did you watch the pre-show?
Can I be honest with you? I barely watched the show. I mean, I did see some stuff, but I didn't watch anything.
Alright, well, I guess I will be giving the ratings and my own ratings for this then.
No. I was watching matches. But I didn't watch. I was playing a game, dude. I was watching, doing 2 stuffs in the same time because it was boring. I
actually thought Crown Jewel was overall the best Saudi show they have done.
Oh, fuck it. I'm giving the show 3 out of 10, dude.
Yeah, but all the other Saudi shows have been about 2 out of 10, so...
And the only reason I'm giving 3 out of 10 is because of Bray Wyatt winning, which he should have won at Hell in a Cell. So for everyone who says it's great that he won I don't give a fuck. He should have won at Hell in a
But
Cell.
I say they should have pulled the trigger a fucking month earlier. But let's get onto the ratings. Battle Royale on the pre-show got 1.75 from Dave Meltzer. I never watched the pre-show, so I have no rating for the thing.
I did 1.5.
Okay.
I
Then
agree.
we go to Dave Meltzer giving a minus rating for a match. Cain Velasquez versus Brock Lesnar from Dave Meltzer got -1 star.
Okay, I'm giving 1 star for that match.
I am thinking Dave was too lenient and I'm giving it -1.5. It was fucking trash.
Oh, we can go in minus. Okay, I'm giving.
Yes.
I agree with you then. -1.5.
Yeah, matches can go into minuses because, to be fair, it was fucking trash. It was a fake MMA fight.
Yeah. Let's see someone get -+ for the love of God. -+. I mean, not -+. Jesus Christ, -5. Imagine that.
Yeah, he gave Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3 -5.
People, that is the greatest match of all time. -5.
It was trash. The match itself was not good. The only thing that was good about the match was Hulk Hogan slamming Andre the Giant. I've watched the match. It's not good.
I did. It's slow.
He also, I think, the Kennel from Hell match, he gave -5, which understandable. That match was trash, and with dogs literally fucking each other and shitting on the floor. But yeah, let's move on. But yeah, -1.5 for Kane versus Brock.
Yeah.
He then gave the tag team turmoil matches individual ratings. Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler versus the Lucha House Party gave 2.5 stars.
Okay.
I would give it 2.
I'll give it 1.5.
Okay. Ziggler and Roode versus Ryder and Hawkins 0.25 stars. I'm going to agree with him there. That match lasted like 20 seconds.
Same.
Heavy Machinery versus Roode and Ziggler 2.5 stars.
Yeah. 2.25.
I'll agree with you. 2.25 stars. Heavy Machinery versus New Day 1.5 stars. I'm going to give it 1.25 stars.
I agree with you. Not with Meltzer, with you.
New Day versus B Team 1 star. I'm going to give it 0.75.
I'm going to give it 0.25.
New Day versus Revival 2.25. I'm going to go up it to 2.5 because I thought that their little match they did really, really well in.
Yeah, I agree.
I enjoyed that.
Same.
OC versus New Day 0.5. I'll agree with him on that one.
Same. I agree.
And OC versus Viking Raiders 1.25 stars. Yeah, I'll agree with him on that one again.
I'm going to give it 1.
Then Cesaro versus Mansoor 3.75 stars. I will agree with him because that match was really good.
Really good. I'm going to give it 3.5.
I mean, Mansoor
Very
definitely
solid.
impressed me in that match.
I mean, he's definitely better than Seth Rollins in my opinion, you know.
Yeah. Tyson Fury versus Braun Strowman got 0 stars. He rated it a dud, which, yeah, I'm going to agree. It wasn't really a match.
Yeah, so 0.
Yeah. AJ versus Shubuto Carrillo got 2.75 stars.
Humberto
Carrillo, whatever.
2.5.
Yeah, I'll agree. Lacey Evans versus Natalia got 2 stars. I thought it was a respectable match, and I'm going to give it 2.25 stars. It was a respectable match.
Give it 1 star. I don't give a shit what they did, and I don't give a shit what people say.
I thought the match was good.
Listen, I don't want to rant. I'm just going to say I don't give a shit. The evolution, whatever, what they did, the first woman to, I don't give a fuck. Okay, at the end of the day, you're going there for blood money. And you're going there to put your name out there. Oh, WWE did the first time ever this and that. That's the only reason. Open your eyes, people. That's the only reason why.
Yes, sheeple.
I'm giving the match 1 star. It was boring. It was slow. I can't stand Natalia. I was happy for her, but she is bad in the ring. And let me tell you, I mean, she's not bad. She just needs someone else to wrestle. Lacey Evans, as a babyface, could actually work, in my opinion. So that's my take on that.
This match I didn't watch. I just completely skipped because I heard it was long and boring. Team Hogan versus Team Flair.
Oh, very good match. I'm gonna give it 3. Dude, I'm gonna give that match 3.25.
Dave Meltzer gave it 3.75. I would have been interested if it was elimination. But just a genuine 10-man tag does not interest me.
I remember last week when I told you we were on the podcast and we were talking about that match, and I said, "Oh, it's just a regular 5-on-5. The first pin gets the win," and you were like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "Well, your interest just dropped down for that match." So.
Yep. And Seth Rollins versus The Fiend in a Falls Count Anywhere match for the WWE Universal Championship got 2 stars.
Shit. I'm gonna give the match also 2. And what the fuck is with the red lighting? I'm sorry.
Yes, I know. I hate the red lighting. They need to sort that shit out. I'm going to give the match 1.75 stars because the match itself wasn't good. It's just the ending was good.
I agree with Meltzer.
You can agree with Meltzer. I disagree, and I say it was not worth 2 stars. But overall, Crown Jewel, I'm going to say it was a 4.5 out of 10 pay-per-view. Just below average.
In my opinion, 3 out of 10.
Yeah. Okay, well, we enjoyed Crown Jewel. But while we're discussing Crown Jewel, let's get into the controversial thing going on with a charter carrier stranding several WWE talents and creative members in Saudi Arabia for several hours.
First of all, I want to say this is just my personal take and something I have to say because I want to say I don't feel bad for anyone. You had a chance to say no, I don't want to go. You still went. Because you knew you were going to get paid. It's your fault. I don't care.
Yeah.
And that's a very, very fucked up thing for me to say. But that's just how I feel. Anyone could have said, I don't want to go. And they went there. So, you had a choice. Your choice was to go. Great. I hope you learned the lesson and you don't go back there.
Well, let's just first off point out WWE itself is not in a very good place because several CEOs and high members of the executives have sold a shit ton of stock.
Let me guess. Who knows how many Kevin Dunn sold?
He sold 305,000 shares for $18 million.
Damn it.
Stephanie McMahon sold some for $1.4 million. Triple H sold some for $1.4 million. But anyway, the Saudi Arabia thing. It's being reported that Saudi Arabia had not paid WWE for Super Showdown. And then Vince McMahon refused to start Crown Jewel until they had worked out a deal, and it was reported that he got sent a mysterious $60 million payment. So by the sound of this is Vince extorted Saudi Arabia for money, so he basically held the wrestlers hostages. Because all the talent said they felt like hostages while they were stuck over there.
So Vince did that, and Vince went back to US and left Don there.
Basically, yeah.
Like
Carl Anderson, his wife has publicly said she does not want him to return. And after this whole situation, several talents have said, fuck it, I'm not going to Saudi Arabia. And a load of other talents have said, fuck it, I want out of your company.
Well, few people who we were never going to see there. The Undisputed Era. They're not going there. I mean, listen, for smart people like them, and you just know they're smart. And for other people who are smart, they're not gonna go there, dude. Ever. So
To be honest, WWE have made the worst business decision going with Saudi Arabia, because this just proves it's not a good relationship.
you can see it's fake relationship, if you know what I mean. It's like everything seems fine when you look at it, but then in the back, everyone is doing
Every single thing
stuff
they
in the
can do
back.
to fuck over
you know?
the next person.
Yeah, they're basically fucking over themselves, and they're trying to screw each other up. So you can just see it. You can see it, dude. You know, if you really know what's going on. So
Yeah.
but hey, you know what happened like 2 years ago in Saudi Arabia? They still proceeded to go. So I don't think this will stop WWE to go again. Yeah.
No. I mean, I feel bad for the talent that spent several hours not being able to get home. Where is
Okay,
it?
but here is. I'm gonna say this again. I don't feel bad for a lot of them. I mean, I do feel bad, but bro, it was their choice to go there or not to go there. They had a word to say. They have a voice. Okay, they can say I'm not going.
Yeah, I know, but it's kind of, if you start doing that, do you just get suspended and then your livelihood gets fucked up? It's kind of, I get they're in a tough situation. Like, a lot of the WWE talent are now tweeting out hashtag not top 20. A lot of talent that got stranded just tweeted out not top 20. Like, Luke Harper was the best tweet, saying, Larry, I'm home. Guess I didn't want it enough to pay for my own charter, but I'm home now. Hashtag not top 20. And then Curtis Axel said, not the top 20. I'm number one at home. We don't leave each other behind at WWE. There's a lot of people not happy with WWE, and I can understand, because Vince left multiple staff members stranded in a foreign country that does not have a great track record of keeping prisoners very happy.
Very, very fucked up.
I mean, I have actually heard that Donald Trump had actually got involved.
Mm-hmm.
I legit heard that the president got involved, because it technically was a hostage situation at that point. Because how does a plane break down for several hours for mechanical problems? That is just
no. It was never. It's a cover up, dude. They could have just got another plane. I mean, Vince has billions. You can get another plane. Like, shut the fuck up.
It was nothing to do with mechanical problems on the plane at all. The airline and the bloody Saudi is going to say this.
Yeah, they will. But it's great that I'm glad they came back home.
I'm glad everybody got home safe, but I'm really hoping this just ends the Saudi radio deal.
I hope so.
Because at this rate, you're not going to have any of your staff go over. You've already got a few staff that won't already go over, like Kevin Owens won't go over, Daniel Bryan won't go over, and I'm guaranteeing there's a hell of a lot more now that will not go.
No, definitely.
But I wouldn't go if I got this situation.
No, I wouldn't go there. Like, fuck money, dude. I'm not. If I'm getting paid $500,000, that's like fuck it. That's enough for me. Why would I go there to get paid? Like, you know what I mean? For one day and to get fucked up, is it worth it? No. So
not with my potential health risks. No.
Exactly. And think about that. If you're in that situation, you're there, and you're basically left with others, and your boss left you. He left the country, and you're still there.
I know. I would feel ridiculous. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Okay. Stephanie McMahon has given an update on Evolution while we're talking about controversial pay-per-views and shit.
Okay.
She said they've considered doing it this year, but they've been focusing on a lot of particular things. Especially Lacey Evans and Natalya as part of the pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia.
Oh yeah, they were actually looking forward to Saudi Arabia, so they don't have time for a Revolution. Great job, WWE.
Basically, she said it's most likely not going to happen in 2019. Well, unless you plan to book it in the next 57 days, you're not going to have it this fucking year.
And by the way, whoever listens to this, and if you defend this bullshit, you're the reason this product sucks. Shut the fuck up. You're the reason why this product it is how it is today. You know very well they had time to make Evolution a pay-per-view a big deal this year, and they didn't do it. So I don't want any excuses, you know. Oh, we had Lacey Evans,
Natalya in Saudi Arabia, so we haven't had time.
I don't give a shit.
We've been
The
focusing
only reason
on
they had that, the only reason they had that is because they want their name out there. That's the only reason.
Yeah, it is very interesting to note that WWE have put Evolution under the retired pay-per-view category on the WWE Network.
Well, that's fucked up. Because actually, Tegan Knox was my pick to win this. If they had I think she will feel great. You know, coming back from injury, whatever.
Alright, let's continue. It's been reported that Rey Mysterio's son Dominic is going to be performing in the Performance Center in 2020.
I'm glad. I don't want to see him in the main roster again. He doesn't deserve. He needs to go through everything like everyone else. What it makes different, if he has a son of Rey Mysterio, what makes him different from others? I'm glad he's.
I definitely think he should be going through the Performance Center. I mean, he has been training for a year, so he's not exactly going to be green in the ring when he goes to the Performance Center. But they're looking to have.
I want to have him in NXT first. Fuck WWE roster. I don't want to see him in the main roster.
From what I've been hearing, they're wanting to team with his father at WrestleMania 36.
Dude, that's too much. I mean, I understand it's his son, but there is so many other people who work much harder and they don't get that opportunity, if you know what I mean. So
I know he should definitely be in NXT for a couple of years beforehand.
Yeah, think about that. How would you feel if you were there at Performance Center for 3 years and this guy comes in, he trains for 2 months and goes to WrestleMania? Like,
yeah, I know. I would definitely not be impressed myself.
Yeah, because you will say, I'm here busting my ass for 2 years. I'm wrestling at house shows. I'm not even on NXT television. This guy is at WrestleMania. So
I know. But yeah, definitely. I would like to see him do a good career, though. I think he's got a lot of prospects in with himself.
Yeah, he does, but you don't hurry with that kind of stuff. There is no hurry. I don't know why would they even hurry up with him. The guy's like 23 years old. How old is he?
I think he's around about that. I think he's younger than me.
Yeah, so where's the hurry? Where? Why? You're gonna screw him up. That's the only reason why.
It's because Ray wants to retire, so they want to have something with him and his father before he retires.
Here it is. Have a match with WrestleMania and then go back to Performance Center in NXT.
I think he should definitely do that. But yeah, best of luck to him. Let's move on to Lance Storm has now been hired as a WWE producer.
Great, I'm glad. That's a great news, in my opinion.
Good job for Lance. This will be a steady job for him.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't the best. He wasn't the most charismatic wrestler, but he had a solid in-ring work.
Yeah, but maybe he can change some things in WWE. I mean, I don't hope for change because, it's WWE. Vince approves things. So, but I think, he can be very talented. He is a very talented person for wrestling business.
Yeah, he definitely is a very talented person, so I can't wait to see what he can produce for the talent. Then, today, Sunday, Alexa Bliss was not at Ringside Fest due to a personal matter, which might be also the reason why she wasn't featured on any weekly TV show this week.
I don't care.
I care.
Okay, let's hear your opinion. Then I'll say.
Well, it always sucks when someone has personal matters to deal with, so I hope she's okay.
I hope she's okay. I actually wish nothing bad to anyone, so.
Yeah. It's interesting to note that tweet she sent out saying that she had the problem to deal with is now been deleted off her off her Twitter page.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has deleted the tweet, so just thought I'd point that one out. But let's move on to AEW related things.
Okay.
First off, Nick Jackson has confirmed that AEW will not have a working relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling for the foreseeable future.
And why is Chris Jericho going to New Japan then?
Because Chris Jericho is Chris Jericho, he can do what he wants.
Yeah, if he gets injured, whose fault is it? The AEW's.
Nick Jackson's tweet, someone said that you wouldn't deny it anyway on Twitter, you wouldn't be announcing it. He said, it's really not happening, been asked thousands of times, and telling the truth is always best. Don't want fans holding on to something that has zero chance of happening. I think it's probably happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like you said, Chris Jericho is now going to face Hiroshi Tanahashi on night 2 of Wrestle Kingdom 14 in January.
Mm-hmm.
So, very, very interesting to say.
Okay. If I was a AEW CEO, I don't want my champion to lose in another promotion. So, I guess Jericho will be dropping the title to Cody. Actually, that won't happen now.
Isn't Tanahashi a champion?
I don't know. I didn't follow New Japan for
Yeah, I don't actually follow New Japan. Let me Google him and see if he's actually a current champion. I swear he might be like US champion or something. New Japan. Yeah, he's. If I'm reading it correctly, he is. I think he's no, he's not a champion. He was IWGP Heavyweight champion, but he's not anymore.
Yeah, I don't want Jericho to lose to them, to him, So
no, definitely not.
But he's gonna lose that much if he goes there.
But yeah, now have you heard about the stipulation for Cody Rhodes and Chris Jericho's title match for Full Gear?
No, I didn't.
They've got 3 judges on the outside judging the match. I think Jericho's going to pay off the judges and win the match due to that.
Do we have anything else to talk about? And we can mention that later on.
I literally just have predictions for AEW Full Gear and the awards. So yeah, I think Jericho. Well, we'll do our predictions now for Full Gear. Chris Jericho will pay off the judges in that match and retain his world championship that way.
Man, you have MJF. That's the thing. I think MJF is going to cost Cody a match by mistake.
Ooh, very interesting.
He's going to get to a brawl, and we're going to have a brawl between Inner Circle and Cody, Dustin, MJF, DDP, and Young Bucks or whatever. And MJF is going, after everything is done, by mistake, MJF is going to hit Cody or something. Something is going to happen, but by mistake, he's going to cost Cody a match.
Yeah, I could see that definitely happening.
And after the match is going to be like, I didn't want to do this, blah, 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 I didn't want to do this. And then we're going to see MJF attack Cody and basically dismantle him. Yeah,
Mm.
sure. That's my prediction.
Yeah. So yeah, after that match, definitely Jericho to retain. Moxley versus Kenny Omega in a non-sanctioned match.
Oh, Moxley needs to win.
But obviously, this doesn't go towards your win or loss record because it's non-sanctioned.
Yeah, Moxley.
I think Moxley should win.
Yeah, he is a hardcore guy. He needs to win.
I definitely think Moxley
Kenny
will win.
Omega, when you see Kenny Omega, you never see a guy who's hard. I mean, he can be extreme, but he was never hardcore. John Moxley, the only name, John Moxley, that's a fucking hardcore name. When you hear the name. So he needs to win.
Definitely, he does need to win. Moxley,
I'll
definitely going with Moxley.
Again, but maybe Pac will get it.
I mean, Moxley hasn't got any allies, so I can't think of anybody helping him out.
No, I don't think anyone. I think Moxley is winning it.
Moxley for the win.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks versus Santana and Ortiz.
Young Bucks.
Santana and Ortiz.
I think Babyface is going to win.
I think heels are going to win. And Adam Page versus Pac.
Oh, I'm going to go with Pac. I think Pac needs to win.
Definitely Pac. I'm liking the work Pac's doing at the minute.
Yeah. Do we have anything else?
No, they're the only 4 matches announced on the Wikipedia page I could find about this.
I was expecting to hear Britt Baker, but
there's no other. I can just double check. AEW.
I'm very disappointed.
Full Gear. No, we've got. Those 2 matches I believe are confirmed for the show. Oh no. These are just predictions for what matches could happen.
Yeah, I mean, let's not do that.
No. But yeah, they're all the matches confirmed. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Full Gear on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm disappointed with there is no Britt Baker. I mean, I'm sorry, people. I'm just a marker.
Yet.
Okay. So Adam Cole, back the fuck off. Back off, Adam Cole, for the love of God. That's all I have to say.
Knock him out, Adam Cole. And yet you're about to give praise to the man.
Lucky motherfucker. Well, it's a character, It's Adam Cole. It's not Austin Jenkins, Austin Jenkins is one guy. This is a character. So I love Adam Cole. I despise Austin Jenkins because of Britt Baker. No, seriously. You know what? Adam Cole. I love Adam Cole, dude. I love Austin Jenkins. The guy is a gamer, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
One of the cool guys. So.
Kenny Omega's also a gamer, so I respect him for that one as well.
Yeah. He just awesome guys, both of them.
Yeah. Let's move on to our weekly awards.
Oh, I made a mistake. You know who's awesome? Seth Rollins.
You take that back.
I'm joking. I know how you will react and why. There it goes. Nothing.
Yeah. You know what? I literally just thought I need to set my alarms for work tomorrow, and then I just realised it's Sunday. So I've made myself really happy realising I don't have to get up tomorrow.
You don't have work tomorrow? Or you
No,
work?
it's Monday. I don't work Mondays.
Oh. You just so you know, people, his work is fucked up all over the place. He's working 10 hours a day, so...
Yeah, about so I went to work for 10.5 hours today before filming this podcast.
Yeah. He's working Sundays. He doesn't work Mondays. You don't know what the fuck is going on last night.
Fuck Mondays.
Work. I fell asleep. I don't know what the hell happened yesterday.
I'm glad we didn't film it yesterday because if you fell a bloody asleep.
No, actually, Tom texted me and he said, "I'm at work. Let's do it tomorrow." And I didn't respond because I was watching some movie which is called 7 Days to Las Vegas. Pretty solid movie, a gambling movie. And I fell asleep because the movie was shit. I guess that was the case. And I was today like, man, I fell asleep last night. It's better that we didn't do it.
That's it. I didn't finish working, then I had to pick my parents up, and by the time I got home, I think it was 11:30, and then I literally got into bed and fell asleep instantly. So I wouldn't have been in any condition to film it yesterday.
Yeah.
But weekly awards. The best show of the week is SmackDown because of reasons we've already talked about. I mean, I thought AEW was really good, but SmackDown definitely shone as the best show of the week.
Boom.
Boom.
Or should I say Adam Cole, baby?
Best match was clearly Adam Cole versus Daniel Bryan because that match was incredible.
Easily. Hey, I have to mention something. A lot of people rush to Twitter and everything else. Why the rest of the Undisputed Era wasn't there? It was only Roderick Strong. And a lot of people others were there, like Candice LeRae and other people. Well, they actually had a show, NXT house show, that the same day. So, they couldn't get the whole roster to be at SmackDown. That's the reason why. I just wanted to say that. Yeah.
Fair enough. Best superstar, Adam Cole. Because,
Easily.
yes.
I mean, this guy went to a SmackDown main event, actually defended NXT title against Daniel Bryan and beat 5-time champion, a guy who, by the way, defeated, injured Triple H in the first match, and then later on defeated Batista and Randy Orton at WrestleMania. World Heavyweight Champion. So
yeah,
you can tell that's not. It's a fucking big deal. And guess what? The Rocket is strapped. I think we can both agree for Cole.
Definitely strapped on Cole's back right now.
Yeah.
A win over Daniel Bryan just cements the fact that he's just the guy.
I love Bryan, and guess what? Bryan, he knew. Dude, I bet. I can bet every single dollar. This guy was happy to put Cole over. I can bet a single dollar. He was happy because those two come from the same. They had the same journey.
Yep, both indie
I'm
guys, both clawing their way up.
It's a dream match. It's a dream match, and
you know what? It delivered. The dream match definitely held delivered.
Well, how dare you? How dare you say that? Instead, we could have had the greatest match of all time between Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns. How dare you to say Adam Cole and Bryan? Seriously?
To be fair, I'm betting Brock Lesnar and Cain Velasquez wishes that match had happened because that probably would have been the worst match spot instead of them. But let's continue. Worst show was Raw because, oh my fucking god.
Dude, can I ask you a legit question?
What?
Do you remember anything that happened in Raw? One thing.
Divorce court. That was about the only thing I remember.
What? Oh, yeah.
I liked the divorce court.
Yeah,
that's about the only thing I can actually say I gave a shit. And R-Truth stuff happened. I like R-Truth.
I remember when Lana made out Lashley. That's the only thing I remember. So.
Yeah, it was a god-awful Raw. God-awful Raw.
Remember. I don't remember anything from that show. I'm serious. I'm not trying to be funny or anything like that. I'm that serious. I don't remember anything other than that.
It was not good. Worst match was definitely Cain Velasquez versus Brock Lesnar. Obviously.
All the hype for nothing.
And all because Cain needs to go and get knee surgery.
They took their money. They didn't give a fuck.
Just one note before I forget to mention that. The original plan for Tyson Fury on Crown Jewel was actually to face Brock Lesnar before they got Cain Velasquez.
I will be more. I think we can both agree on this. I will be more interested in Tyson Fury and Brock Lesnar than this.
But the thing is, this match had potential. It could have actually been entertaining. They just did a fake MMA fight.
Okay, but the match between Tyson Fury and Brock Lesnar, how it would be much better than this.
And because we couldn't think of anybody else to put as worst superstar of the week, we just put Bobby Lashley because, yeah.
The guy oozes charisma.
The guy
listen,
ruined Rusev's moment. I'm not impressed with that.
I don't know if someone else said that. If it is, that's fine. But it just popped in my mind. Like, this guy is banned. This guy, dude, this guy is so bad. You may as well change his name to Bobby Trashley. The guy's trash. Let's face it, dude. I'm not the only person who said that. Okay, the bag of rice has more charisma than Bobby Lashley.
Give me the bag of rice.
Yeah, maybe
be the very champion within 3 weeks.
You know, you need some Chinese food with that. So, you know what I mean? Some chicken, some I don't know, dude. Paprika, something, some sauce with rice, something great. Dude, this guy is boring as hell. And guess what? He wasn't that boring in TNA, as I remember him. He wasn't that boring because this is scripted. Raw is scripted. TNA was not scripted back in the day a lot. I mean, they were scripted, but they had freedom, and he was much better in TNA. I think if you watched him in TNA, you know what I'm talking about.
I've seen his TNA work. He wasn't half bad in TNA.
No. Well, at least he can say that he shaved Vince's head with Donald Trump. So
that's right. If anyone remembers that moment. But the last but not least, we have one bonus award. Best crowd sign of the week has to go to random person on SmackDown with pictures of Bailey Buddy saying, "Please don't murder me," because that crowd just made me laugh. That crowd sign just made me laugh. So a shout out to that person on the SmackDown crowd with the "Please don't murder me" for the Bailey Buddies. If you're magically watching this podcast, shout out to you.
Did they took the sign from that person or no?
No, they were quite far in the back and no one had taken it. So,
well, I'm glad because usually they take signs from people for whatever reason.
I know. Well, that one made it through, so all good there.
Yep, and ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it.
Yep. Well, tune in the next few weeks, and we'll be talking about how WWE has now dropped £900,000 in stock and about to go out of business because, their financial report, if you've heard, was I think they were 80% down from the previous quarter. Basically, they've lost a shitload. So
one thing for everyone needs to know. You heard the whole podcast, and I just have one thing to say to you, everyone. I'm so tired. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. So, don't blame me. I seriously don't know what I was saying. I don't remember what I said 5 minutes.
Okay, well, thank you for watching.
But you listened to the whole podcast, so that's important.
Yes. Listen to the whole podcast. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to go and eat my Chinese that has been sitting downstairs for probably like the last 3.5 hours.
You have Chinese food. Wait. You have Chinese food downstairs. And I just told you about rice and Chinese food. Like, seriously. This is strange. It's a coincidence? I don't think so. Hey, that's it.
The Illuminati confirmed, guys. The Illuminati has been confirmed.
Yeah.
But hopefully you'll enjoy listening to this Monday afternoon when I can actually be bothered to upload it, because now I'm going to go eat food and go to bed, and I will edit this and upload it tomorrow.
Watch it instead of Monday Night Raw.
Yes, this will probably be better than Monday Night Raw. I mean, this is only an hour. Watch it 3 times!
Watch the best podcast for no reason, because it's just the best Raw time.
I say the podcasts still have relevant conversations. But yes, thank you for watching. We do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, smash the like button, share and subscribe. Because if you don't, Vince McMahon will come down through your television and fire you.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And then Kevin Dunn will come and bite your nose off with his beaver teeth.
And then Triple H will panic with both of them. You know how Triple H does the business.
Yeah, thank you all, and we shall catch you all next week. Bye.